bro, 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 brother, bro. Look who it is. It is Vince Russo doing all the work. The Workers Club. Shape up. Do something for yourself.
All right, Workers Club 135. Gus, Larry, Wilson. We're about to dive into Vince Russo's first book, Forgiven. Let's get a JCW update. What happened?
Right off the bat, huh? Okay.
I mean, there's no.
You don't want to talk about me versus Jeff Lane or...
Oh, sure. I mean, well, I have been watching, yes. Larry runs the Twitter, and I have been watching the Twitter.
I didn't know who he was.
I thought you did. He's getting into it with Vince
No,
Russo's
listen. Here's what galls me. When people try to flex and pretend there's cool wrestling fans and uncool wrestling fans. Like AEW fans are uncool, but the WWE ones aren't. It's like, buddy, the calls are coming from inside the house, and these people just don't see that. So that's all I wanted to correct them on, and then. I just said you have toys in your room, which I just looked at his fucking thumbnail of him and Russo doing a show. I'm like, oh, this is a guy. Okay. I'm just like, you have toys.
All the wrestler guys got to get a fan, basically, that they can exploit to do all the...
Who knows how to use the internet.
Yes, correct. That knows how to stream and put it all together and things like that. We don't have this.
It's a tough. We're pulling from a tough demographic. That's why I think the listener numbers are fine.
No, look,
there's not much intelligence out here.
No, look, we have a core. As you know, I'm putting the numbers together and doing the math and all that. I know exactly where we're at, and we're fine. We are absolutely fine.
Okay, here we go.
But I will say that Sean Oliver killed us. No one cares about Sean.
Dude, writing's killer.
That kid running around here with a baseball bat. If he's got a problem, why don't he come see me?
Vito, listen. I've been telling you this. You're out of control.
Oh, look who it is, the fucking crackhead with a baseball bat. Come on, motherfucker. What are you going to do?
Vito, relax.
Security!
Why does he have a novelty bat? Did we talk about that?
No.
The JCW security.
All right? I want you to escort this piece of shit.
Where is this? Did we figure that out? It's not. Is it at this building? They just have off. It can't be wherever.
Every week was every week was in a different building.
Yeah, I could have gone to this one, right? This was Denver.
This was Denver, yeah.
I'm so mad. I missed out on meeting my Juggalo wife. I'll have to.
They'll loop around.
We'll have to. We'll have to scan the crowd and see if they're running potential.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true. She's in your area. Juggalo's in your area. Juggalettes.
Hot Juggalettes want to meet you.
Yeah.
And of course, my favorite. The match does not end until your blood is on our hands.
Yeah, we talked about it. How's this any different from NXT? The quality back.
It's better. It is better than NXT. Right there, that's why.
Yeah, it's kind of stilted. Yeah.
AMC had any balls, bro.
Why is he kissing the bat? He should be snorting cocaine off of the bat. Remember these guys.
You understand me? This was not in the agreement.
This has been every single segment between these two.
Where is Violent J from?
They're from Detroit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Why does he sound like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force a little bit?
I mean, that's who he is.
I guess. But I think that's like a New Jersey, he's trying to do like a New Jersey thing, right?
Hey, Fryman.
Yeah.
We're brought here as an investor, a money mark.
I am no fucking money mark, and the money mark you're gonna meet next week.
You're not the investor.
So Russo is confirmed a money mark in this storyline.
Not the investor.
We don't know that yet.
Which why did Violent J sell to an anonymous investor or like offer up?
Come on, man.
No, you gotta
You've
pay
asked this.
attention, dude.
I did. I
Yeah.
already asked this.
And oh my god, continue.
Well, we're watching a recap.
It was the very first segment when he was giving his Paul Heyman and Beyond the Mat speech, Violent J, and he said, "We're trying to take the company to a higher level."
So he reached out to Russo, who he knows from back in the day, and
Well, but he doesn't. Because
But he doesn't
Violent
know
J
it's
doesn't know who the guy, right? He thought it was Vito.
He's anonymous. Yeah,
but I
he
thought
thinks-
Russo's speech, he
so maybe Russo set up some kind of shell company.
I think Gus and I are onto some discontinuity problems
Yeah.
already.
because I
It's clearly
swear,
you'd agree Violent J doesn't know who the investor is.
That's
Right?
what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying he thought it was Vito, and it's not Vito, so clearly he doesn't know who it is.
okay, we'll have to listen to the Russo promo.
Yeah.
Did Violent J go into the limo?
He did, and he saw Vito. That's where he met Vito.
Oh, Vito was in the
Yeah,
limo.
because
I
Vito
thought
was
that
getting
Vince
blown
was.
by Jasmine Sinclair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Point to Russo because that is a segment that did not take backstage.
Yes, and this is the back parking lot.
Yeah. So okay, man, I'm gonna have to keep a running tally of like location, and then do I'm gonna do a fucking
Yeah.
pie chart.
Yeah, he's really big lately on the Adam
Bump into
Pierce
each-
walk. Yeah, he really, that's his bugaboo.
I'm gonna give him a fucking 30-page PDF report on how he sucks.
Analytics nerds.
Mamby-pamby. With his Mamby-pamby co-host, with his Mamby-pamby
I wonder
toys
what
and
he
video
does think
games.
of sabermetrics. I'm
Oh,
sure
he
he can
hates
find
it.
out.
He's a fantasy guy, though. Doesn't he have to use a lot of, doesn't he
But
wanna
he's
know
also a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You think he's drafting off of, he used to play for the Giants, bro?
Pretty
He's
much.
got a great looking swing. Look at this guy.
Look, his father.
Wait,
his
what does
father
he...
guy.
Oh, could we do a Moneyball watch
He
along
loves
with
Vlad
Vince
Guerrero
Russo?
Jr. He loves Vlad Jr.
Oh, I'm so Glover doing Russo.
does
It's
like
easy
the
to make
Suns.
fun of.
God damn it. He
All right,
does
here
like
we
the
go.
Suns.
It's a
Okay.
big ass girl.
Yeah.
I forget
The guy
his
with
name.
that
Carson,
goofy guy. Yeah.
and his manservant. Oh, there's the outbreak. Oh, we got all the characters.
All the characters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You, I don't like anybody in this fucking.
All right, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. Hey! Everybody shut the fuck up.
I love
You want
this.
the scoop? I got the scoop. It turns out Vito is not the investor. What? Vito is here to watch the investor's money. But the real investor will be here at some point tonight.
Good luck with that, Commish. You had such a good time with the last guy, didn't you?
You shut the fuck up.
Good
man.
line read.
You shut the fuck up.
Wait.
You shut the fuck up. What are you doing? That is the commissioner.
Ooh. Q, your
Shut
line.
the fuck up. The bottom line is this. You
Vince
all
wrote
need
this.
to do your best to impress. Have good, competitive, physical matches. And tonight, we need to show and prove as a company. Because like I said, the investor will be here tonight. The real one. Now, get out there and do your damn best.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Wait, you can't repeat a line.
Get the fuck out. Hey, get the fuck out. Hold on. Listen to me. Really, Tony, I booked you guys in a hardcore hell match tonight against the St. Clair Monster Corporation. It's time we put an end to this thing with you guys and them. All right? So do me a solid and kick their asses.
I got you, boss.
My man,
Commish.
be safe. It's going to be a dangerous
Come on,
one.
Willie. We got this, red boy. Let's go get him.
Turn up, I guess.
Hell yeah, too fucking funny. Let's fuck somebody up.
Oh, man. Willie Mack.
Oh.
Hey, man, how those ribs doing? Hey, hold on a second. Hey, I said, wait a second. Where the hell is that
Can he not
crackhead,
talk?
Huh? Where's those you?
You don't want to see his meth mouth.
Yeah. That's true. I mean,
He looks
like
like
a
such
mute.
a bitch.
Yeah.
He's getting ragdolled by Vito,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
the guy who was doing jobs on Raw in '93.
Go break cocaine. I don't know, man. Tonight's not my turn to watch it. You got fucking jokes? Listen to me. By the end of tonight, you better deliver him to me. You understand? Or there's gonna be permanent brain damage in your future. Gabish? Now get out of my sight.
Just like Vito claims to have.
Look, Stephen Flo probably has gum disease. It's probably already affecting his brain. He's got one tooth.
Old Champa.
Beat me to it.
Okay.
All right, what else we
I don't
got?
know who the Skeletor guy is.
Two giant
But,
lawn dart type of-
Again, the matches are just kind of disconnected from the angles.
And Tony's the toughest guy there is.
He's definitely not going to get pushed in Russo's.
Oh, look at this fucking co-host.
In my experience, Joe, the worst part about getting cocaine
Flo must
delivered
produce
is
cocaine.
the weight. But we all just got to sit here this
Okay.
entire time. Will Stephen Flo betray his best
Stephen
friend
Flo, smile
cocaine
in your
and
picture.
do what's best for his own career, or will the man of integrity?
Oh my god.
Take it in.
See, and y'all complain about Excalibur. Could be worse. Could be worse. Got Louis Anderson in Juggalo makeup.
Artist refused. I guess we're gonna have to find out.
More than saving his career, it's saving his ass. Let's be honest. No one's seen or heard from cocaine in the past
I
week.
stand
No one
by
has
that.
seen or heard
Get
from
the
our
guy
new
again dressed in
investor.
the
We
Regis
thought it would be
Philbin
Nick Vito.
millionaire
It is not.
suits.
Speculation has run rampant, but whomever it is,
It's clearly a cutout of Vince Russo. That's
I have a
crazy.
feeling
Yeah.
that Lunacy's never gonna be the same.
Oh, we might be in store for a brand new era here in JCW Lunacy, and I'm just like the rest of you.
JCW
waiting with bated
Lunacy.
We have a great main event tonight. Cowboy James Storm and Kerry Morton.
Ooh,
There's
James
extensive history
Storm.
there that goes back a year plus.
No.
That is going to be a
Is he
barn
getting
burner,
500?
but
Wow.
when we come
Well,
back,
you know,
if
my
we
understanding is that
literally
the
go
ICP
the
guys, they
St.
pay.
Clair
They'll pay
Corporation
people.
Against two tough
They're not
Tonys
missing
and Willie
paydays.
Mack, and it's going to be hardcore hell. Don't go
Congo
anywhere.
Kong, my favorite.
I was gonna ask if Mr. Happy's cracked 2 stars on the analytics machine.
Shoot, let me see.
I forgot these are the ICP ads. I can skip these.
Timeless Times the movie.
You know, Violent J doesn't even know who the new investor is. This could be our job. I have a fucking mortgage. I cannot lose this. This means everything to me.
It's gonna be all right, baby.
Hey,
Stop. Caleb, it is gonna be all right, buddy. We got this.
how do you know?
Because
How do you know?
You are
Oh,
the
Vince
face of this
loves
company.
these
There
guys.
is nobody
Oh, that was
in this company
Suicide
represents
versus Mecha Wolf in the opening contest.
Okay.
That's
2.5
right.
stars.
And we have a huge
Okay.
advantage.
Stop. Caleb, I have an idea. I know how we're gonna get out of this.
Yeah, Mr. Happy does crack 2 stars.
Okay.
Wow, you
We
need
got
to maybe we need
2.75 for the hardcore hell match.
You do adjust.
some tweaking. You might be putting too much strength in the hardcore aspects of matches.
Well, let's see. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And a 2.75 is like
Yeah.
just above average. That's not
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Like, it means it's watchable. It doesn't mean it's fucking amazing.
We all do about this investor. So right now, it's time to end it.
That whole group we just saw, where it was the gal, the guy, and then like his manservant. It's like, what if we do the Blue World Order, but we're all at 45?
Yep. Good call. That's some real wrestling dork stuff you just pulled out there. I'm proud of you.
Stay with us.
What?
Lunacy.
No,
I remember Stevie Richards and all that. I remember wrestling. I don't remember everything, but I remember some stuff.
We're taking over.
Oof, why does Kerry Morton have the father of his dad now? That's why he doesn't have an NXT
How many
contract.
times I gotta tell you, huh? Leave me alone. I am not giving you any information about the investor.
Who's he talking
This is the
to?
worst thing you
The guy in his sunglasses right there holding the camera.
Yeah, what? Why would you follow this guy into the bathroom?
You invaded my privacy. Oh my God! Take a walk.
Does
Get
anybody
out.
here watch The Chair Company?
No.
He sounds like one of the guys.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, hey, do I know you?
Vampiro.
Then hold on a second. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff, how long has it been? It's been like 5, 6, 7 years. Huh? You left town?
8, 9, 10.
You even missed your sister's wedding.
What are we
I couldn't believe it.
doing?
I was there. You know, what's your worst? All right? Now, I want to tell you something. You skipped town. You missed your sister's wedding.
You smell
all right?
like
You owe 10
doo-doo.
grand. You never thought you were going to see me again, right? Surprise, you have. You owe fake. It's been a while. No. I don't want to hear no begging. I don't want to hear no pleading.
There is no heat in a gangster wrestler.
No.
What about if he's attacking this ref
And I
right
want my
here?
money.
Why
And I
wouldn't he
want
just
it in
kill the
full.
guy?
You understand?
Have him
Do
whacked.
you understand?
Your opponent goes missing before the title match.
The ref should be like, the investor should pay me more money and I can get you that money. I'm only getting a hot dog and a handshake. Oh, good He's
Why do we need backstory for the fucking referee?
That is a Vince Russo thing, isn't it? Of like, let's get everyone involved.
This
He's
guy
seen
made
this
me
guy.
laugh backstage. I'm putting him on TV.
It's clear to me that there's a past between Big Vito
Look,
and
Aaron
Jeff
Hernandez
Morales.
wants to be famous.
I want to knock this guy's tooth off his head so bad.
Okay. Ninja Mac match.
A Ninja Mac match. He didn't get WWE ID'd? Ninja Mac?
Against Matt Cross, of course. I swear it's the same 10 guys on every
he's getting
show.
the push. He's getting the push.
Caleb Conley, he's looking for Big Vito, and we hope to have an update when we come back.
Matt Cross would look like Stu Grayson on some kind of supplement.
Up. Those goons, they've messed up again. I want the money back. This is why we don't work out. This is why our relationship is in the toilet, right? You only do 2 things good, and I can't stand you anymore, all right? Don't call me. I'll call you. Hell! Why don't you guys get out of here? Leave me alone. All right, why don't you get back?
They're zombies.
Help! Get off, Jackson! Abel! Body of Christ! Not here! Body of Christ! Not now! Body of Christ! Obey! Obey!
Not now.
Where do you go with this gimmick?
Didn't I tell you I don't want these guys around me? Huh? Didn't I tell you that?
If you want me to control them, it's not that I can't. I simply won't.
How about if I kick the living shit out of you, huh? Come on!
Not now. Not
Later.
yes.
It should be this guy.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen this before too. Right? This exact segment.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's going somewhere, right? He's going to ask for a title match? I don't know what's...
Listen, I don't know from what world you come from, all right? But this is my world. This is my place. You understand? And we're going to do things my way. You got it?
I think what you fail to understand, Mr. Vito, is the only one who can control them is me. And they're getting rather restless. Because you see, they are starving for advancement.
You want to...
And we would like you to send a message to the new bigwig in charge.
I ain't going to send shit to nobody, you understand? Oh! Hey, I'm going to take care of this myself. I'm getting out of here.
Your greatest fears of the undead
Wait.
shall
Sound to us now.
soon be validated, you foolish man.
Giddy.
less is more with old Barnaby.
I don't know. Maybe more. Go even harder. Oh, WWE ID. All right. Knox. Wait, is this a competitive? This is a competing promotion getting airtime?
can make it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like TNA and WWE.
Yeah, Knox Pro.
I think it's the,
Haven't they been in the news recently? What happened with those guys?
Mr. Vito, sir.
Hey, wait a second. Who are you guys? Don't you have any manners? All right? I own this office and this is my place. Don't you not?
What?
Mr. Big Boss Man, Vito, sir, so sorry about that, sir. We're on high end today. It's a big day. What I want to tell you is this is Caleb Conley. This is the investment.
What investment? He's the guy with a friggin' strap on.
He's the guy with the strap on.
The strap.
The strap. He is your American champion. He represents America. He represents you. And as your investment,
My investment.
we think we should just be able to meet the investor. That's all.
You want to meet the investor?
Yes, sir.
Why should I introduce you to the investor? Who do you guys
Vince
think
is
you
always
are?
great
Are
about
you
making everyone
already
look like
any
geeks too,
importance
by
here?
the way. It's always
Do you
one of his
hold any
moves too.
value? Are you anybody who I need? Are you?
We can be those guys you need, sir. Anything you need, we are those guys.
Anything I need.
Anything.
You guys can do it.
We can do it.
You can do it better than the guys in that locker room
Do
in
it better than
there.
all of them combined.
Every single one.
Every single one.
All right.
I re-listened. Hang on.
You know what? There is something small I need you to do. And this will get you in good.
He pulls his
Hey,
pants
You know
down.
what I'm saying? All right. There's these two guys who've been
Oh, that'd be
busted by
funny.
bulls. All right? They walk around here and they got this face paint on and they walk around. They're creepy. They're goofy. They're zombies. I want you two guys to put a hit on them and take them out.
Put a
Can you
hit.
guys do that?
Put a hit on them and take them out.
Damn right we can.
Double
You
duty.
can?
We can do this.
And then once you do that, come back and see me. I might have another job for you.
Got
Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you.
Vince building stakes.
Boss man.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm the cutie with the booty.
Oh, my name is Vito. Nice to meet
I
you.
just wanted to introduce myself and say.
Oh, you got really polite.
Anything.
Regret, come on.
I mean,
I'll get you. Leave your number at the desk.
Now, I will say this: Vince isn't giving direction yet. Of like, okay, and when she walks in, we're right behind her ass. Her
I was
huge
surprised.
We'll get
we're-
there. We'll get there.
We're segment heavy tonight, boy.
Mm-hmm. 2 matches. This is like back in the day when people would calculate the times, and he'd only have like 6 minutes of wrestling.
Oh
You're gonna
shit!
do the
Good
right
idea.
thing.
I need to add that to my thing.
Steven.
Oh,
You-
come on, man! What happened?
What? What's going on? He's having a pep talk.
You're gonna do the right thing.
Yeah.
Steven.
What?
Whoa.
Oh no! I mean, just I can't get it on. Oh, what are we doing?
Oh, what's wrong?
We don't have a
He's-
dental plan.
No. Look, if I was him, would I pick the wrestler named Stephen Flo? Because you're really asking a lot. At one point, when you say Flo, that tooth can come pop out. Now you got no teeth. Poor guy.
Eddie
Look,
Vedder's
we're being
pretty-
mean. We're
Eddie
being
Vedder's a
mean.
pretty nice looking guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
that's
that-
true. We don't know what his
You-
background is.
Do the right thing.
Jesus, man.
I don't know what. Were all the teeth that big at one
He
point?
didn't care about it because he was going to bare his teeth, and then he's like, nope. Nope, not going to do that. That's why he doesn't talk. That's why he.
American champion Caleb Conley and his manservant Jeeves.
Well, Stephen Flo said he's got to do the right thing, but I'm not sure what that
Oh,
means.
boy.
And
I've never looked for cocaine.
Oh, he's wearing a quarantine suit, right? So he doesn't get bit. Essentially, well, yeah, he's wrapped in bubble wrap. Oh,
That's kind of
Lord.
funny.
Well, Caleb Conley obviously trying to.
I don't know.
This one is rated 0.75.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's
no.
bad.
But at what cost?
I mean, this guy is, he's indie mid-level heel.
You know, but what Vince sees when he sees something like that? Potential.
I was thinking, his Jeff Jarrett when he was.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I believe this will be the answer.
Bro, you and what'd she call herself? The
I don't know
big
what her
booty
name is.
cutie. Bro, you and the big booty cutie, I'm telling you, main event act.
Yeah.
Remember,
The haters
Vince, how
against
could
the
you-
Bucks.
Oh, you're okay.
Vince.
How many stars did this get?
I think this is a recap.
I know.
Yeah, it was not rated.
Well, it looks great.
Yeah, did the Bucks get 4 stars out of these
No,
guys?
it looks like the Bucks are absolutely wrestling, like just doing things around them, just asking them to do the bare minimum.
Huh, interesting. This recap thing didn't capture at all. Hold on.
Better put in there much motion sick. Don't crash out.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't you knock around here! No!
Hey, you already said that in a previous segment.
For now, it's your place. What can I do for you?
Wait, he's an investor,
What's that
not
supposed to
taking
mean?
over.
You're gonna find out soon enough. Now, what do you want?
I'm gonna tell you something, Vito. You don't have no right booking matches. You understand me? That's my job.
Your job?
Oh no, you know what we're
Why,
headed
because
towards?
you're the commissioner? You damn
Violent
right
J
you're the commissioner. So funny about
versus
that? Yeah,
Vito
there's
for
something funny
control
about that.
of like the
Let me tell you
company,
something, okay?
and then you think Violent J is
You
gonna
better back-
win, but then Vince helps. You know, you think Vince will act like he's with Violent J or something like, and it'll be like, oh,
Vito's-
Vito,
Vito tweeted about it.
and then if Vince is gonna be like, we're gonna do things my way, but it'll be the same show that's already been happening.
Back up, I swear to
Somehow,
God, I'm gonna crack your head off. Get your finger out of my face!
Oh,
I didn't book anything. I didn't do anything. Those guys volunteered to participate tonight. Do you got me? Now, if you don't have any more business in here, get out of my office now.
Oh, goddamn. Sorry, my Frank Thomas bat just showed up.
oh shit!
Oh,
There's gonna be a time, Vito. It's gonna be you and me.
I look forward to it. Now leave.
Wow, this will be a barn burner. Vito actually gets a concussion that ruins his life during the match. This is the main event. The Stephen Flo thing.
no.
Harry Morton versus
Oh.
James Storm.
Oh,
3-star.
dude. See, this thing's beautiful. This is the way to work things.
What, where you look like him? And
No, I'm saying Gus having this recap on hand.
oh yeah.
Perfect for knowing where we're going and shit we don't gotta see. James fucking Storm. God bless him.
Picking up paydays.
Well, that's Kerry Morton's head right now spinning as he tries to.
Yeah, we get a sports
strategize
entertainment
how to get
finish.
the Tennessee Cowboy. The man watching the investors' money makes his presence known. There's been an
No
ultimatum
reaction
to
from the
produce
crowd.
Stephen Flo's best friend
Nobody
cocaine.
cares. Nobody's been
Yeah, they
seeing
haven't
these-
seen
Flo.
the backstage
Yeah, they don't
stuff.
know who
Very
this is or
serious
why.
consequences. And it looks like the hourglass.
There's one maybe,
running-
Gus.
Unless that hourglass is full of.
God, why are all the heads up here so sweaty in the front? There must be no air in that building.
Let me say it again to
That guy has a Juggalo mask. He's not going to paint his face. He just has the spring.
There's a song you go by around here, and it's called Fuck You. Now what I want everybody to do in this place is to take a rag and wipe that stupid fucking clown music off your fucking face.
This is another Vince Russo thing to antagonize like the loyal fan base.
Oh yeah.
And be like, what you like is bad.
That stupid fucking clown music.
Want that crowd shot?
Yeah, and he says clown music off your face, not clown makeup.
he's
Makeup. I know he's a fucking idiot.
Dumb.
But yes, okay, interesting. But this guy.
Oh yeah.
Y'all look like a bunch.
Yeah, man. Gus.
He's the
This guy could
Vlad of JCW.
I'm
That
gonna
guy
become
lives in
I'll
Gus's
become the
area.
green shirt guy of JCW.
This probably guy, he probably works at Gus's local gas station. Look for the beard and glasses.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
So Vince had. This is why Vince showed up at this show, because he just said that he didn't have to drive very far.
That's what I
There
thought.
you go.
You said nothing.
Oh fuck, we could have carpooled.
I hope Vito knows
You
the
threw shit at me like I threw dollar bills.
Are they outdoors? I can't even tell where the hell they're at.
it's a volatile environment, Vito.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the agenda at hand. There are no heroes here at JCW. So how about if we bring out this asshole and let him answer a few questions?
I cannot imagine.
So the number one face in the ICP promotion is a guy that's an Eddie Vedder
Worked his ass off to get
gimmick.
here.
Or shouldn't it be like a Juggalo type guy?
Well, I would argue it's Too Tough Tony.
That's true. He is,
sacrifice
yeah.
his career.
So he's
I think
1A and
They're
flows.
trying to get the push. They're trying to build up the next generation of JCW superstars.
He's not 100%.
Stephen Flo showing respect.
By the way,
his speed. Very
Wilson,
funny.
we owe you an apology.
Wow. Of course you do.
That gal who was pictured, but we haven't seen her. She was wearing the hat.
Yeah.
And it said "Bye, gal," but you thought it said "Big Al."
I thought it was vice versa. Was it? And I
No,
thought
you thought it was Big Al, but it is Big Al. We were wrong.
No,
Is Big Al?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a pun.
Okay.
Who's Big Al?
Big Al, Alice Crowley. That's her. That's her own hat.
Oh.
So she's like a bi character. You get it? So she's Big Al.
Oh. Okay.
Too smart for us.
Yeah, I know. Right over our fucking heads.
Very scary situation for Steven.
Yeah, this has got a nice weight to it.
Barely walk.
All right, I'm totally gonna break something in my fucking house with this bat on accident.
Is that a 34 ounce there?
You feel it?
It's a real wooden Louisville Slugger.
It's hefty.
Yeah.
Feels the power. You've got to hit something.
Oh God, this. Whew, I'm feeling good. I got my stance and everything still. When was the last time you held a bat?
Oh, I played on the rehab softball team.
Nice.
Oh fuck yeah! It was one of the highlights.
I feel like I just packed up a bat recently. Maybe it was at like a thrift store or something.
But that's 9 years though, so it's been 9 years.
Yeah, it feels good. Just holding it.
You're about to go Pope on people.
Seriously, that's my guy. I told you if the Bears win the Super Bowl, I'm converting.
I like it. I endorse it.
I still can't find.
Okay, so he's supposed to beat up cocaine. This is aside from the
it was
match.
at the Summit Music Hall.
Oh shit!
That's what I was trying to find.
Okay.
So yeah,
They
what
did it
are
in the park. They must have done. Oh, I know exactly where they're at. They actually did it outside though. They did it in between the buildings there. That's fucking cool. Damn, I wish I would have won.
Of you a favor.
What the outside did?
And that was to bring.
Oh, he's supposed to produce cocaine.
Yeah, but didn't they already have a match where he was supposed to beat him up? What happened?
They did
with
that last week.
Yeah, I can't remember. What was the deal with that? He didn't, or they didn't enough, or
Yeah, and then Vito.
they got
him.
beat up. They got beat up by the corporation people.
Sure.
Okay, I can't
Nobody
remember.
cocaine to the ring. Now, yeah, follow bouncing ball, you dumbasses.
What?
They must have been. Some crowd was like, "What are you talking about?"
Arguing with me and giving me agita. All right.
Come on.
Now, did you bring him here today?
Oh, this is Vince Russo repeating something slowly again, over and over.
Steven blowing up.
Come on. This guy can't promo.
I already told your ass.
Ugh.
He's got 2
Oh,
teeth.
man.
I didn't come here to watch him tonight.
So we're being unkind.
No, though, but it's
Maybe he's living the gimmick and he's really a heroin addict.
like Mark
Cocaine,
Briscoe
like, bro.
doesn't bother me because like
No,
I don't
straight
know.
up missing teeth is
No.
one thing.
Missing teeth is fine.
yeah.
Missing teeth is fine.
This is something that needs to be addressed, I think.
No, yeah. If you have a full set and you're missing 1 or 2, and it's of a look, what is it? Mark Briscoe missing his 2 front teeth or something like that. Now look, Mark will probably tell you, man, I wish I could eat some corn on the cob. I'm sure he's got flippers or something like that.
He's got a flipper. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, but you know, that's all.
Bridge.
That's all Stephen Flo can do. He's going to town on a corn on the cob.
Oh god.
It's got the opposite problem.
I told you to do what I asked, and you didn't do it. And you are a fucking moron, just like that fucking asshole Cocaine.
What are you holding on to
You're
there?
a piece of
Is
shit.
this like a trick?
These people know you're a piece of shit, and you ain't got no fucking balls. Gabish?
There's only so much a man can take now.
Oh, Stephen
God, this
Flo!
is-
Not gonna take it anymore.
Listen, I said it last
For one
week.
week.
This is better than I would like to admit. It's as far as just entertaining me. Like I would watch this.
It's kind of what I long for that doesn't exist. Like a transgressive,
Yes.
fucking wrestling.
Oh, but yes. You're not saying it's good. You're saying it's because of all the elements combined.
Yeah.
It's like a car. You're
You
watching
want
like a
to
car
you want to
crash.
see something fucking honest and low rent. You know what I mean? Not
Yes.
fucking Disney.
These people are trying because this is all that's left.
Yeah.
And whereas NXT, they're like, this is one step to another thing, and I'll just look. They gave me the script. I'll read it very stilted, very just I just need to get through every day.
Yeah, but this is like fucking punk rock as shit. Like in the like sense of like just fucking vagrants, the bottom barrel of society. Like
People
The
who
Christmas
frequent
party would be
tattoo
great.
shops.
yes.
Yeah.
No, don't say that. That's such an I can't stand those people.
Well, okay then.
Can't say that.
They're really nice people, though. You shouldn't judge them.
No, I'm aware, almost performatively so. Look, my wife is like, don't get us started.
This has more intrigue to me than Survivor Series did.
Well, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
But you know what? You're making something interesting, Russo. It's not going to be better. That it's again. I
Hey,
think I said
listen.
this last week, but
We should go back
enjoy
and
your
watch
fucking niche.
an old episode because it might just be the guys.
It very well could be too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we were getting. We need to watch an old episode. I do like that he has been targeting WWE, not AEW. Have you noticed that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What if Tony is secretly funding this, like how WWE like is trying to do it?
Guys, I was gonna say what Tony should do is like get Too Tough Tony, like like he did with what was his name with the Jericho? What was it? Nick Gage? Yeah, like give him a spot and watch. All of a sudden, we're gonna get a big Vince Russo thing. Tony Khan did what was right, giving a guy a chance, bro.
Too Tough Tony
complete
versus Mark
180.
Briscoe. Let's fucking go. Come
Do
on.
it.
Eddie Kingston
Stand up
versus
for
Too
yourself,
Tough Tony
man.
just for the promos. Come on, man.
Steven, I hope you know what you just fucking did, buddy.
Oh no. Well, we know Vito, his history, his
Listen, this
connection,
brings me joy.
how much
WWE
of a
does not
badass
bring me
he
joy.
is.
Yeah.
Did Stephen Flo sign his own death warrant? Oh, Vito!
Yes.
Immediately beats the shit out of him.
Fuck Vito just dropped Stephen Flo square on his head.
Attacking him right in those ancient ribs.
Oh, this is a public mugging. It's an execution.
Oh, these are like
Stop it, damn it!
Terrible
these are
punches.
not great
This
punches.
is Vito! What the? Get off! No! You
fucking serious?
No
What are
reaction.
you doing, man?
They didn't
I
even
told you none of that
type
dumb
in
shit.
reaction.
Get in the car.
Oh, there you go. And they did boost that up.
Yeah,
They
that
did,
was
yeah.
noticeable, man. I didn't catch it the first time that it was that noticeable.
Yeah, they got to get somebody on their audio. Like, I'm sure it's an amateur shop, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Serious?
What are you doing, man? I told you none of that dumb shit. Get in the car.
No one in the crowd is making any motion or noise, but you have that.
Oh, and you,
that
Hank, did you hear that? That guy
What?
booing happens
Yeah.
every 2 holy shit chants.
oh, so they grabbed that first, those couple
Oh my
people,
God.
and then
It
blew
happened
it
3
up and
times.
repeated it. Yeah.
I focused on it. It happened 3 times in a row there.
No, okay.
Wow.
Because in the original clip, a couple
there's-
people catch
Yeah.
on to the holy shit, and there's like
Yeah.
one solid one, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it dies.
See, that's
It's
funny though,
Russo,
because like my AI like mentioned the holy shit chants and like it being like part of it being a good segment. So
Wow.
Tricked.
It can be fooled, yeah.
it can be.
This is a crazy
The
cap.
WWE sweetening, they would be like, wow, every segment, roar the crowd.
Oh, it does. It's fucking hilarious if I do modern WWE shit. Anyways,
All right, let's hear
I want
Vince
a
Russo's
screen
promo
cap
that he
that
cuts
for the-
every.
for the thumbnail.
You always want your 1B baby face just glowering.
Yep.
Is Vince Russo really taller than Vito?
yeah, he's shockingly tall.
Damn. We're not going to pull up the "You're a bitch" chants.
My name is Vince Russo. Oh, that's music to my ears. Thank you. I'm the
Guy's
one
64
with
years
the
old.
attitude in the Attitude Era. And I am the new investor of JCW.
My God.
You guys can boo me all you want because it was Joe who called me. Because Joe
Yeah,
and
see,
I,
hold on, pause.
we go back-
He said Jay called me.
He says Joe.
Yeah, I thought he said Joe, but yes, you're right. He says Joe. One doesn't even
Who's
know
Joe?
who Violent J is. Is Violent
that
J
his
is Joe?
name?
Is that his name? I thought it was like J as in J for something.
Yeah, I thought it was like Violent Jay.
Yeah.
His name is Joe. So Russo is using a shoot name.
Okay, but so then what the fuck? Yeah, Violent J should know that Russo is the investor because
Maybe-
Joe called Russo.
Wow, he's a triple first name guy. Joe Frank Bruce.
Oh.
Wow.
It's a hell of a name.
Vince Russo's
Yeah.
committing a crime that I hate when your t-shirt's longer than your jacket. Not a fan of that. Happens
Yeah,
time
but
to time,
you know what?
but
Though? I got Hank Hill ass, and
Yeah.
like you need the longer shirt. So I get it. As a man with no
it
ass.
happens. Sometimes you can't help it. Jackets sometimes run a little, like, at the waist. T-shirts run down a little bit longer.
No, would you think he's a bigger asshole if he was in a trench coat?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not? Hey, look,
I
he's
don't
old
think I
enough.
would. I think this
Hey.
jacket's the fucking stupid looking on him.
Well,
Still
he's old
fitting.
enough.
He
Tuck the
should be wearing a
T-shirt into the
Patagonia
jeans.
if he was a true Coloradan.
Yeah. Tuck the T-shirt
Patagonia
into the
beanie.
jeans. You're old enough. You can do it.
Back 25 years. I brought Joe into WWE.
Back to Gus's point, yes. The logic of the storylines that have been going on.
Yeah.
That Violent J didn't know who was coming, and the Russo just said, we talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
That's
why
a
was
big
Violent J
fucking gap.
surprised? Okay.
And I brought Joe.
The perfect gift set
Ah.
for 35.
They know when the best parts are. The AI machine.
into WCW. And Joe
Can't
called
understand
because he said, Vince,
screams.
I need a favor. I want to bring JCW to the next level.
So I'm going to
And I
hire
said,
a
Joe, you know
64-year-old
what?
man.
Your juggalos are great, but we gotta go beyond the juggalos. We've got to take JCW to the world.
He's got such old man hair.
Yeah.
So what that means is there's gonna be some drastic changes around here. And those changes are going to start at the bottom all the way to the top. And you know what? There's going to be risks involved, and you beloved judge.
The product you came here to see fucking sucks, and I'm going to make it better.
That's what
Like,
Russo
why would the
101.
fans care about this?
Hey, we'll get to it maybe, but that's what he did with his school paper a little bit once he took over.
Those might not like some of the decisions I make. But guess what? Tough shit.
Why did I think he was going to say tough titties?
So I would recommend next week, tune in. The show begins. Same Juggalo time.
You
Same
clown.
Juggalo channel.
YouTube.
Bye-bye.
Holy shit!
Bye-bye.
Vince Russo is the...
So why did he stop him from beating up Stephen Flo?
He loves bad because that's not how we're gonna do things. He said.
Oh,
I was kind of
Okay.
hoping he would knee Stephen Flo in the balls too. Get that
When did he get
piece of
his
shit out of my
I
ring.
want Russo to get the color guy.
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah, he will. He'll be like, "You think this is professional?"
Oh, that guy's shirt is definitely getting ripped off at some point.
Okay. We're gonna get a segment where he takes Stephen Flo and he's like, "I'm sorry about what happened last week," and then they book like a match against like whatever tag team he's pushing, and Stephen Flo, and they're gonna need more shit. All right, let's get into it. Right?
We're a fucking hour
wanna
in.
take
Take
a
a break,
break?
and then we'll crack the
All
fucking
right.
book open. But
All right.
I re-listened to our first two Russo episodes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because in the first one we get into the book, you find out about Ed Ferrara's book and then find the guy all on,
Yeah.
on the show. And I'm rooting for you as I'm listening. I'm like, I know you get it. Because you come up with the idea. You were like, I should just email this guy and ask him if I can have his copy.
He did. Give it to me for $20. Way oversold.
But the Rooster Nitro we watched.
The guy's got to go to the post office. That's a pain in the ass. You got to get an envelope for you. $20 is reasonable.
Yeah. I couldn't remember what you fucking paid him. But that Russo Nitro we watched, we did a watch along.
Yeah.
The things, the powers that be Russo behind his little desk say is like all the shit they were saying about
it's
to
exact
the
same.
new writers. You gotta, and then him meeting people was always like a new segment, just like Vito.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And he didn't already spoil. This is what we ran into last time when we were doing this. Where I was like, wait, didn't he already debut? I was confused
Why
because
they
he already
played that video?
he kept leaking videos about him already. He does that. He's meeting wrestlers and he's talking to them. Yeah, we have a whole bunch to watch of that coming up.
He's only made the one I know of.
Of the woman and him.
Yeah.
you know, there's going to be more. Him and
I
the
hope
trio, him and the zombies.
I don't know. Okay. All right.
Okay. Take a break. This book, Vince Russo, Forgiven, was written in 2002, I think he says, about 2003-ish, somewhere in there.
03.
And the idea is that he goes back before it's published and he rewrites it after he's been saved. That's the gimmick. 5 years later, his next book is published. So it's almost like an immediate turnaround. He starts writing that book as well. And in this book, I will say that he does what he does in the other book, where he kind of hops in. And he's like, God, I can't believe, because he does that in the second book as well, where he'll go, I can't believe what I wrote. I wrote that 3 months ago. Now, in this book, what he's doing is there's forgiven Vince and hateful Vince. Or as he says...
At one point, he's fighting with his wife, remember?
And yes, now keep in mind, with all this is previous. He is 5 years from now still having severe marital problems. He's kind of lost, you know. I think by the end, is TNA going to save him? Is that the idea? He's working with Jeff again at TNA.
Sure.
What does Amy think when Joe comes over to the house?
Well, Violent J?
Yeah.
You know, I think she keeps out of it. I don't know. I mean, this now too, like the amount he's on social media trying to get engagement with the replies turned off, you know.
I'm just gonna say something bad.
No, that's time. We're amongst friends.
We need to get Annie in the face paint in the fishnets. That's what Joe's thinking.
She probably has a respectable career and a respectable life.
She deserves better.
Let's go with
I say this only as a caricature of Vince Russo's daughter, not of the person herself.
Yes. This is a satirical podcast.
Now, Stu and Santa Claus is a different matter. That's on the record.
Yeah. We got acknowledgments. This book is dedicated.
I just want to say, whenever I think about sharing that, I secretly think what if one of the hearts sees this, and
you know what I'll say? I think one of them has. How about that?
Natty has seen it and cried a little.
Why would they do this? What would compel a person? This book is dedicated to Jesus Christ. Every word. This is like his promotion. Remember when he said that his wrestling promotion, Ring of Glory? Basically, in that second book, he said everything he did in life was because of God, which was then we were like, bitch slap?
Yeah. Your 5 fantasy baseball teams.
7.
Sleeping in your finished basement until noon. Shall we go on?
Every word written in this book is dedicated to him. Glorification of his being in his kingdom. He says this is to his wife, Amy. You had every reason in the world to leave me. So that's 5. That's in 2005.
Here's a heavy question.
Yeah.
What percentage of Christians do you think facing a gun, facing death, would choose death, over their faith? I mean, you know what I mean? Choose their faith over, you know what I mean, and die.
Oh, whew.
Is it 5?
How many people you want to do? Out of 100?
I was going to say percent.
Oh, geez. Sure, 5.
I
It's
mean,
not 50.
Obviously, I don't think Russo's in that percent. Is all I'm saying. I don't.
no, not at
I don't
all.
think he's that committed to the gimmick.
No, he's not a jihadist. Like,
Yeah,
Uh,
he's
to
not.
his-
He's not an NXT talent about it.
right.
They drink the Kool-Aid down in NXT. CM Punk dripping that poison in their ear. He's down there. To
Think
my
he's getting
father,
radicalized.
I
the
think
girls
that
are gonna
he's down
radicalize
there.
him?
They send him down to NXT. Be like, you don't want it. NXT.
He will. He will
AEW is
pull
not
the. If he
coming.
ever gets desperate enough, yeah, he'll do the faith card.
Oh, Punk.
Yeah,
Born again. I like that.
not born again, but it'll be something like, I've developed a personal relationship with God. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. He was always there.
spiritual type.
Yeah. Okay.
Give God all the glory.
He shouts at his dad Jim, his sister Debbie, his niece and nephew Chloe and Greg, and also his best friend, also referenced in the book in the future, Jeff Iorio.
Did we look him up?
Yeah, we did a little bit.
Okay.
So Jeff is 2 years away from the publishing of this book. He's about to kick it.
That's right.
So, and he does, I think, a similar bit where he's like, "I love you." There, I said it. I think he might even say that. I'd have to look it up. To his Sigma Tau Gamma fraternity brothers, their family, and I loved this. Beans, Flounder, you will never be forgotten. I was like, Flounder, isn't that an Animal House name? They grabbed Animal House names.
I think that was also the fish from Little Mermaid. I'm guessing based on his daughter's age, that's probably where the name came from.
Okay. To his mother-in-law Alta, he describes himself as a punk kid from New York. He writes it out YAWK. Are you a true New Yorker if you spell out like the accent?
No.
Or are you leaning into it?
And I said this back when we did his first book.
I know. Yes, this
He
Long
chooses
Island
to
thing.
talk that way because Mick Foley doesn't.
Michael Holmes from
What about
ECW
Pete
Press. And then he goes, no thanks, goes to the Giants, the San Francisco Giants. You know, he's a baseball fan. His team can't win the big one.
Had a
Well,
team since Bonds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. They won 3 fucking World Series.
Yeah, they
was
do.
gonna say,
He's got good times in his future.
Yeah.
They're always kind of
You're
in
right,
the
that
mix.
would be
Even
early
around this
10s.
time, they're still in the mix. They're winning division titles and
Yeah, there was way more miserable teams to be a fan of. Check
Madison
this
Bumgarner wasn't around yet.
Put Barry in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Why isn't Trump on that?
You think he would be?
You would, yeah, right? That's like right up his fucking alley.
With Bud Selig got in, correct? Or he's up to go in, something like that. The commissioner of that time is up or in. I can't remember, but that will be very funny if he is in, or if he's going to be in. Bud Selig being in, and then everyone else looking in. So then finally, what?
Who the fuck is the baseball commissioner?
Bud Selig. I don't. I'm not keeping up on the Hall of. I could get
No,
this
the
shit
current
wrong already.
one.
Oh, the current one. Oh, fuck.
Manfield, right?
Oh, Manfred. Okay.
Manfred, yeah.
He's
Manfred.
pretty. You really don't. He's not not like a Roger Goodell. He's not as out front.
No, or even what is it, Silver in the NBA?
Yeah, Silver. I definitely know Silver.
Oh, the NHL guy too. Batman?
Yeah, for sure.
They love booing the shit out of him when he comes out for the.
Could Vince
so
Russo's
fun.
co-host name any of the commissioners like we just did?
No.
Yeah, that's Mamby Pamby. Vince, it's coming from inside the house. The Mamby Pamby. Yeah, he finally thinks
But
his
he can
mother.
probably tell you what line Jax, the Diesel Razor 2-pack was.
I thought you were going to be like what the latest Fortnite skins are.
Okay.
Roblox. He's big on Roblox.
Calling him a predator?
Oh.
He thanks his mother, Terry, and he says that he's kidded and teased her for 44 years. I guess he started, maybe he is 40. Yeah, this is like 20 years ago. Okay, so he's 44. The situation they just lent themselves. You know, he just had to. And I was like, make a note of it. Vince thinks he lives in a sitcom or wants to live in a sitcom very badly.
You think he was picturing more Everybody Loves Raymond, King of Queens?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's see here. So the foreword is written by one Ed Ferrara. Yes. And Ed informs us what you're about to read is not a book about wrestling. Good to know. It's not about Christianity either. Okay. It's about perspective. And you're going to be like, whoa, what is this? I've got a totally different point of view now. He calls the WWE the WWF, and we got a footnote alert.
Yes.
We don't have the footnote alert, so
referential.
Go back to Brian Gewirtz.
Mr. Beetleborgs.
The footnote. Yeah, I know it's WWE now, but I never worked for World Wrestling Entertainment. Vince and I worked for World Wrestling Federation. Ergo, my use of WWF isn't a typo. Look elsewhere, typo geeks. I'm not going to make it that easy.
Nuts.
Yeah. Two peas in a pod, Ed and Vince. You know, this whole like typo geeks. Like what? They did it. He did the thing. This is an old Patton Oswalt bit where he talks about a comedian that used to come out in like a really garish t-shirt and then go, "Oh, it looks like Ed Ho dressed me." It's like, yeah, but you put that on.
Yeah.
He references that about all the bonding Vince and he used to do when they first were becoming friends. They bonded over a quote-unquote Sacco Castles. Footnote alert number 2. Air horn. If you get this reference, good on you. If you don't, read on. Vince goes into more detail in the body of the book. Can't wait for Vince to break the mystery of White Castle.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's White Castle. Yeah. Although, I don't...
So fucking overrated.
I have a friend from Jersey, and Columbus is the closest White Castle, and he'll buy that fucking 30-pack and bring them home and put them in his fridge. Just fucking gross.
The bun to meat ratio is way off.
I mean, I like the idea of like chopped onions. That's fine with me. You know what I mean? Sure. I like the idea of sliders. Sure.
Slide right out of you.
There's nobody else they can be like, look, I'll make a little slider.
Well, I went to a legit place in Jersey that makes them right there in front of you, and it's that style.
Well, even smash burgers are kind of like.
Yeah,
they're small. You know what I mean? They're thin. You know what I'm saying? They go down
thin, but they're not.
Yeah.
Small. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
So Ed informs us that him and Vince had a falling out. And he writes that Vince's name, just the mention of it, quote, would elicit nothing but an audible groan and look of disgust from me. Should have held on to that, Ed. What happened? Had the appropriate response. He came out of the fog. But they worked it out. and Vince was sending him rough drafts, of this book. He's giving notes. Vince is listening, which Vince listening to his notes made Ed think this guy's different now. He says that with Vince, you either love him or you hate him. Calls him Vinny Roo. And he says that when Vinny Roo found faith, it finally brought him the peace and happiness that had eluded him most of his adult life. I just want to remind everybody, and I'll keep reminding them, that Vince Russo has been married to his wife, Amy, since 1983.
My entire existence. That's fucking nuts.
And he's had children. And he worked his dream job at a certain point. And, he basically, the way he presented in the second book there is he kind of just he's always done what he wanted. He moves the family to New York.
Atlanta. Colorado.
Ed writes that he's not a Christian. You say heathen, I say secular humanist.
All right, Ed.
At footnote 3. There we go.
Isn't that just like libertarian of spirituality?
No.
Secular humanist. Oh boy.
No. I mean, it's what Vonnegut was. It's you don't believe in anything. You just believe in doing good things for people, and that's just basic human kindness. That's all. As your guiding principles.
My
more complicated than that, but come on, what are you asking of me right now?
So when you say heathen, I say secular humanist. That's what he writes in the third footnote, to be awkwardly sung to the tune of You Say Potato. This Ed, Vince, and Brian, we talked about it in Brian's book and Ed's. They're all very similar. They're all of a thing.
Why is it that guys who went to school for writing do so many goddamn footnotes? Like, I've done creative writing. I don't ever remember doing that once.
You know, I never have either. It's never even occurred to me.
Yeah.
And I love footnotes guy, so.
Ed was an English theater double major. And he fell in love with a one-act play by Samuel Beckett called Crap's Last Tape. You ready? It's a bitter, crusty, 69-year-old man named Crap, footnote number 4, and I think the last. Stop snickering, kids. It's the man's name. It's Crap. It's spelled K-R-A-P-P. Essentially, the story of Crap is that he's listening to old tapes of him listening to old tapes, and he's in a cycle of commenting on, oh, if only I had known the things that I know now, I knew then.
Does this qualify Crap for Workers Club?
We read that? Sure, yeah sure. So he describes the plot, and it suggests this cyclical nature of his existence, believing he has grown in wisdom, unaware of his intolerance. And he says, you know what? What does that have to do with Vince Russo? Everything, my friends. And I said, yeah, he's crap. Except because Ed's take is Vince has learned. He's changed. And we know, having read his second book, he has not. And also now seeing him in JCW. This man has a hole in his heart that cannot be filled.
God, he really shoehorned the entire format of this into that stupid fucking play.
Yeah.
Because he goes on for like another page with his crap 69 comparisons.
This book was originally titled Welcome to Bizarro Land, and it was written in 2000 by an extremely bitter, angry, and unhappy Vince Russo. It was going to be a tell-all diatribe. No one Vince ever worked with was spared his barbs. It was vicious. It was ugly. But then you have Vince 2000, and then you have Vince Forgiven. And he was no longer Vince Forgiven doesn't want to attack people. And we got a lot of this, I think, in the last book, where he was like, I was going to write something really juicy here, but I decided not to because of, this, that, or the other thing, And we're getting that here, too. Do we believe him? That Vince was going to, had written some kind of tell-all, sparing no person.
Yeah,
and then he went back and he cut it all out.
Yeah, why would you lie about that?
I think he thought about it and then never actually put pen to paper and wrote out the misdeeds.
I don't know. Have you ever composed something and then you were like, that's an awful idea? Just going through the exercise of composing it, you kind of work out that.
Yeah, text.
Yeah.
He wrote the longest rage text of all time in a novel. Yeah. And I went, I can't do this.
Right. I'm not going to blow up my third marriage.
What it sounds to me, and it's just like the second book, this stupid narrative that Ed's spinning about all these timelines of the book, is that Russo just can't write a single fucking book in one sitting. You know what I mean? It's got to drag out over these fucking life changes
years,
where he has to revise it rather than just write again. Just write anew.
Yeah.
It's 160 pages of a wrestling biography. It's not.
But that's the old Vince. Vince always learning just throughout these, what would it be, from 2000 all the way to 2010 when the next book is published. Just 10 years of learning, growing, saying the same stories where he's like, look, this is the book about him being born again Christian. I'm going to tell you right now. Pretty soon in this next 50 pages, he devotes pages to TV moms or TV women that he thinks are hot. So chapter 1, the day
Did he do that? I know we've had this conversation before amongst us, but was it because of Russo? Or was I just weirdly horny for the mom of Home Improvement one night?
I think you just were,
okay.
talking about that mom in particular, and then you were thinking about.
I don't know. It must be the altitude out here.
Look, that's fine. Look, conversation amongst friends, sure. Writing it in a book, we're being like, I'm a born again Christian. By the way, here's the women that made me the horniest when I was a teenager. Chapter
you know
1.
What? Now I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to have a chapter dedicated to.
Send it to ECW Press, and if they're like, I don't know why you would have this here. Be like, you already published a book like that.
Yeah, that's right. You set precedents.
Yes. Chapter 1, the day I died. I hate Jeff. And this is Jared, by the way. Okay. Which is covered in his second book, where I think he comes back around. Is that where he forgives Jeff finally?
I don't remember what this is about.
I think this is about WCW. I think he must have not have walked out with him or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So he hates Jeff. Thought he was a true friend, but it's wrestling. Stabbed him in the back. He brings up that, he would fight toe-to-toe with JR, Bruce, and Vince over Jeff Jarrett. And I was like, really? With those three guys, you had to fight for that? A Jarrett, a second, a Jarrett. You're not using him properly. I think they were using him exactly how they wanted to.
Yeah.
And then Vince does this thing that I remember us calling him out in his second book. He's kind of like It's gross. He's kind of gross with like people's families and stuff. What would happen to my friendship with his wife, Jill? It wouldn't be gross, but he's putting it in books. Do you know what I mean? He's putting it out.
Yeah.
What would happen with his wife, Jill? A person I care about dearly, and his 2 adorable kids. And he writes about that he would get Christmas cards, and he'd see the kids, and my heart would melt like a Hershey's Kiss left in the car on a summer's day. Man, I love those kids. It's like, so your friend's children. Take it easy. How are you doing this?
You know that picture of Epstein and Trump laughing at a party?
Yeah.
I want to Photoshop Russo into that.
Oh my god.
Use like the
explain. Well, if he hadn't turned off replies, you could post and be like, "Explain this, Vince." Double J hurt him over for nothing more than money, power, and greed. This is my rock bottom, Vince writes. My heart, once filled with love, is now hardened with hate. This is all over Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
And I really don't even know what this is referring to.
And then we get our first, where the font changes, which he lets you know, in the, I think it was either the forward or the acknowledgments, like, I think maybe Ed said it, like, it'll be a different font, so you know it's Vince AS, which I think is after saved. And it's God. Look at yourself. Look at what you've become. Your heart that was once filled with compassion, love is now fired by hate. Keep in mind later, this is again another thing that Vince did in his second book where we talk about it, where he would say one thing and then a couple pages later be like, I had no compassion. I had no, wait, did you or did you not? When were you saved? You've turned your back on me. I was always, he's 40, this is 2 years prior. I was there from the moment you took your first breath. I was there to take care of you, to guide you, to protect you, to love you. Vince, are you going to listen to me now? And Vince is like, I knew that this was God, and he was taking over whether I liked it or not. He drives in his 99 Jeep Wrangler to Pastor Mark Henry.
Oh, he's a Jeep guy?
Yeah. And this is not Mark Henry, the wrestler. This is a former football player who's... This is a Mark Henry who now plays for the Patriots. What?
The Jeep Ducks. You're not hip to that?
No.
The Jeep Ducks?
People who have Jeeps have ducks on their dashboard. They give them to other Jeep owners if they like their Jeep.
I think my brother told me about this once because he had it.
It's rabid around here. Every douchebag fucking Jeep on the east side of Cleveland has them.
Is that a more recent thing, or has that been going on for a while?
Yeah, just a couple of years.
Just like the Rainbow Bridge thing.
But you know to automatically think less of a person if they have it going on.
Of course.
A New Vince is born. Early October 2004. Tribute to Oscar Madison, Chapter 2. A good writer, yes. Even 5 years prior to his second book, Vince is writing about old TV shows. How much he loves them. A good writer hates to write, but loves to have written.
I know what the Jeff Jarrett thing was.
Okay, what was the Jeff?
It was when they tried to bring Hogan in. They had to fire Russo from TNA.
Right.
So he didn't go back till what, 06 we determined, 07? Okay, sorry. I just wanted to get Hogan.
So that's what it was.
Yeah.
So that would be 2002, 2003, something like that.
Yeah, 03.
Vince is referencing The Odd Couple. Oscar Madison, portrayed by Jack Klugman. Vince pontificates about writing. He loves when every word is carefully and methodically laid in just the right place, just the right order. Right now, I'm flashing back to recently his co-host, your guy, Jeff Lane, has been posting clips of Vince Russo speaking with our fave, Al Snow, and saying things like, I'm picturizing, and Al Snow is saying, do you just make words up? Don't you have a degree? Like, what?
The guy who would grill dinner on his engine block.
Yeah. Or Vince saying...
You know, Al is much better spoken than Vince.
Oh, yeah.
About it. Yeah. Yes. There was another clip of Vince Russo saying, you know, he's more gentler, more kindlier. And it's like, what the hell? Is he... He's sober, right?
I thought he's a weed guy now.
It might be. He might be. Vince hates to write. It's a chore. Hey, I agree, buddy. And here's his writing process, which we kind of already knew. You sit, you write, you turn on the TV, you write, you have a cup of coffee, you write, check your email, you write. You spell check. What? And this is when I was remembering when he would write, like in the second book where he'd go, this was 5 months ago. This was 6 months ago. Like, it was the long breaks in between writing. Like, just 2 pages. Which, again, all these chapters are very short. There's a million chapters, but they're all a handful of pages. So he started writing this. He says January 10th, 2000. On a computer in the back of his CD warehouse in Marietta, Georgia. Ah, yes. Now, in the second book, he wrote more about that CD warehouse and how it failed. And now we're kind of... He didn't bring up that he's writing his first book back there, but he's
in the dog man.
Yeah. This... Now, is Vince being sarcastic here, or is he being real? This was going to be my legacy. This is going to outsell King, Seuss, Stern, all of them.
The literary giants.
Yeah, Howard Stern. Stephen King and Dr. Seuss. You should have seen it. This is a very Vince stuff. It was all there. You know, he's not beholden to anybody. He's just going off. It was no holds barred. He was dropping the dime on everybody, he says. And then this is where I went, maybe this is true. Or at least this was his thinking. He writes, what was really going to be all the tawdry stuff was wrestlers who were husbands, forget about it. They were the worst because they were cheating on their... He was going to name all... This guy is cheating on his wife, and this guy is cheating on his wife. And he would like it to be
Russo
known.
wouldn't know. He wasn't in anyone's inner circle.
You don't think he's in the bars? He's not watching? Or he's just hearing? He's just
in a bar.
Maybe that's why he wrote it. Well, I don't know.
Russo in a bar? That
I don't. Maybe Russo that's why he had to cut everything. He was thinking, well, am I really going to write? Bob Holly told me that, and Crash told me,
yeah,
that they saw. So this is where Vince, and just like his other book, he hangs his hat on this. Look, there's a lot of bad times with Amy, okay? But I never cheated on my wife. Call it the Italian in me, he says. Okay. Didn't know that was... Is that an Italian stereotype? They don't cheat on their wives?
I thought the Italian stereotype was for guys to start a second family.
Yeah, you have the... what's the name of the, the side wife?
Yeah, there's always an old Italian man with the young wife, and they have a fucking, all new set of kids.
call it the Italian in me that there's a slang word
I
for
think
mistress.
Vince has got low T.
Well, we'll get into that. That's
he had a very womanly upper body when he was wearing that deep V-neck tank top on the podcast. Like he's got little birdie shoulders. You know what I mean?
He'd look good in a cardigan.
Birdie shoulders.
Tweety bird shoulders.
That's the episode title.
So he says about this book, this was my real baby. And he's like, yeah, I know I have 3 kids. And it was a tapestry, he says, of curse words. Just all the curse words. Then, and this is when you know you got a bad
that
book.
long A there, huh?
What, you want tapestry? It's tapestry. God, I'm always calling out my accent.
That's the bit.
Then you know it's a bad book because Vince starts talking about, speaking of curse words, y'all ever see that episode of Dinner for Five? Or Table for Five? Sorry. IFC's Table for Five? Did you guys used to watch that?
No.
I know this episode because I did watch Table for Five. I'm familiar. This is the Daredevil episode. Remember when Ben Affleck was in Daredevil?
Yes.
And he describes the episode. He describes the show, which is 5 people from entertainment gathered around eating dinner and talking. It was produced by Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau, I believe. So, this one was Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner, and Colin Farrell. I think, and then Jon Favreau was always there because he's producing and hosting. He doesn't put Jon Favreau, even though he's also in the Daredevil movie, and that's exactly why this is happening, to promote the movie. And he can't believe Colin Farrell, this young Irish man, right, is just cursing up a storm as he talks. Miss Ghana was 13 going on 30 weeks before the movie ever hit the big screen.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that doesn't even mean anything. It should be 13 going on 30 and then just leave it at that. But weeks? Huh? This was Jennifer Garner again. What does that mean? The only reputation this episode has is that Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner had not yet officially started dating or anything like that. And there's a segment where Kevin Smith is kind of teasing Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner stands up for him. And people go, oh, so she kind of probably had a little crush on him or something like that. She stands up to Kevin Smith and goes, what? Stop. You're being mean. Did Farrell forget she was at the table?
You know why Garner's a real one? I'm going to tell you. There's that clip. It's a paparazzi clip.
Yeah.
She's taking Ben back to rehab. But they're at a Jack in the Box in the drive-thru, and she's ordering him food while he's in the backseat smoking a cigarette, drunk as fuck, talking to the paparazzi. What a good woman.
That's nice.
That is amazing. Hold on.
I'm going to look this up. Why not? Let's see here. Oh, look at this. The first, when you type in Dinner for Five Daredevil, Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith on Harvey Weinstein in 2003.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's watch it. Sure.
It's not going to age well?
Hold on. Yeah, let's see if it ages well.
What did they know?
I'm sure it's like he really went out there and sold that movie. Hold on. It's only 31 seconds, so there you go. Add the stage. Here we go.
But we did, Harvey just wants to do as much as he possibly can. He was like, this is important, guys. We really need to do this. So we just did everything. We were really, he was like, crop reports in Iowa, but people listen to that shit. Get out there and fucking read it. You know what I mean? I fucking put up a lot of money for you two assholes, and
And he ain't joking.
That's literally
That is literally the quote.
Fuck around. I'm not. I'll come there and I'll have your legs broken. I'm kidding, but I'm not. Like that.
Okay. Fun guy.
They know. Implicate all of them.
And he, by the way, just Vince Russo's just, and then finally he gets to his point. Back before he was saved, he was swearing at everybody. Home, work, kids, parents, wife, on the phone, in his emails, in front of wrestlers. He's swearing all the time. Of course, he has previously written in this book that all cuss words have been replaced with symbols. So on page 9, he writes, "Hey, Mom, bleeping Barney's over. We changed the bleeping channel, put bleeping Rugrats." Is that how he wanted his daughter to talk? No.
What is what are those JCW episodes?
Uh-oh.
Fuck you.
They're all, it's everybody. There's that whole segment in the back where it was going, "Shut the fuck up. Fuck you."
Beat the shit out of you.
Here's his breakdown of inspirations. Child, Batman. Preteen, Tom Jones. Young teen, Willie Mays. Teen, Gene Simmons. Young adult, author. So, that's why he wrote a book. And he's going to write this book, and everyone's going to have him on the show. Oprah, Ellen, Katie, Conan. And this is where he says, all various revelations from my post-forgiveness will be highlighted in another font. Anything that he thought was cool once, now he's like, ugh. Anything that used to make him laugh, he's crying. Now he's ashamed. The swearing, absentee father, unloving husband, work-driven sweetheart is gone. So and then this is a Vince Russo thing. He's already explained himself. Now he goes, now let me try and break it down for you again. And he's going to use a movie. Stepford Wives? How about Stepford Husbands? Got it? And then he makes an HR Puff and Stuff reference for this book. He calls out the reference. And you better believe we'll get another one. He goes, okay, that's my second. He's doing, I don't know what he's doing. Originally written January 2002 through July 2002. Okay? 2002, the first, 6 months? Only the language has been changed to protect the innocent. Now, we were wondering about this. He mentions it in his second book, The Fruitinator. What's that about? Where we find out, Chapter 3, why is my mother biting her hand? This is so funny. Forget it takes all these weird tangents about like dinner for 5 or table for 5, whatever the fuck it is. He goes, this is how he starts out the chapter. I grew up on Long Island, New York, yada, yada, yada. Who cares? I've read so many books where the author gets into such trite details. Oh, I'm sorry, Vince. No, go on about all the TV you watch.
Yeah, give me your bang order of sitcom moms.
Oh, is that yet? Well, I'm going to try. So, he goes, you ever watch Dr. Phil, Jerry Springer and go, hey, I know that person. That's in my family. Or in his case, his mother. Now, Fruitinator. Why does he call her the Fruitinator? Because she's a fruitcake who wore Terminator-style glasses because she thought she was going blind.
Thought she was going blind?
Yeah, that's what you're right. Thought she was going blind. I'm sure she had some kind of eye thing at the doctor, and they were like, what are these glasses? And then Vince was like, right. You're going blind. You look like the Terminator.
You hypochondriac hoe.
Now, who did he really love? her dad, his grandfather, John Savarino. And he admits that he was influenced on him, and not in a good way. And that's the last time he'll ever acknowledge, like, from here on out, he's just like, what a guy. He was a male chauvinistic oink. Doesn't write pig, he writes oink. He writes, he had to be. He was Sicilian. Wait a minute. A couple pages earlier. To be Italian, unless this is a different part of the boot, Sicilians are very faithful to their wives and mothers. And the others, wherever Vince is, I guess, no, but Vince is Sicilian. It's to Italian to be respectful.
Hey, I'm walking here. What about Italians is respectful? Tell me.
It's all about the respect, Gus.
They had to learn how to govern themselves because of the poverty of the mezzo di giorno.
I'm thinking into that scene with Tony and AJ in the car.
I was just realizing, I wonder if a factor in like all my relationships with women failing is because I've never had a father-in-law or father-in-law adjacent figure that I've ever respected.
Oh, I got a good one.
No.
Real good. He's a man.
Shout out to all of my
father.
ex's
I thought you were
fathers.
saying I've got a good one of like I've got a real good one. I
No,
never
no,
respected.
no. Just a cool.
I've had the
cool dude.
opposite. Outside of the current one, every father-in-law, every father has not cared for me one iota, not one bit. So his grandpa was a man's man, king of the castle.
King of the castle.
And then he writes, I treated my wife, Amy, the same way. Sorry, Amy. Grandpa's fault.
My wife.
Sorry, Amy. I know that I probably should have learned how to treat somebody from my dad, but actually I took it from my grandpa, who was, 100 years older than me. And then he writes, Ralph Cramden and Archie Bunker, TV characters, were also a huge influence on him. Guys, you ever been influenced by TV characters on the TV? I gotta act like these guys.
No.
No.
You ever been an 11-year-old and looked at Archie Bunker and went, I gotta act like that old guy that says turlet?
Maybe Jimmy
I
McNulty.
did see a 4chan like green text about an autistic guy acting like Jerry Seinfeld, and that's how I learned to like exist in society.
I can't believe, I refuse to believe there was an 11-year-old out there watching Archie Bunker and I was like, that's what you gotta be. I used to watch Archie Bunker on whatever reruns and what have you, and then about the DVDs. But I was thinking, this guy reminds me of my grandfather a little bit, just in looks. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, it's like an old guy. I never was like, that's how you gotta behave. The guy everyone's laughing at for being a dope. Vince knows that, right? Archie Bunker, people were laughing at him, not with him.
I was going to bring that up. I don't think he does think that.
He thinks he was the truth teller.
I always get suggested on YouTube, like Carol O'Connor sharing what he thinks of Archie Bunker. And, he is pretty brutal of what he kind of thinks of the character.
Yeah.
That I think would blow Vince's mind. He had some good points.
He says that they were inspirational. He says that he would look at his dad and say, if you were more like Ralph or Archie, Mommy wouldn't treat you the way she does. And then he says his comedy influences were also those guys. And I was like, wait, he's a comedian?
Did TV just hit boomers in a different way?
I don't know.
I think so, because it's like they're only got to keep in mind though, they had like 5 channels, like that's your only entertainment source. Like
he belittles his father by saying, his father Jim wasn't at the head of the table, he's probably hiding underneath it. His mother dominated his dad, he said. And he goes, maybe it's because my dad was 5'8", 140 pounds.
Whoa, that's crazy. Russo got the height.
Do you think that's why Russo was just like he I don't know, something short circuited?
I don't know. I'm thinking Terry.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to speculate, but
You think she was like, "Oh, son's a real man." He's like, "That's right, bro."
no, I'm just
Oh, no, there was a visitor to the house maybe while
That's
Jim
right.
was
Oh, you don't think Jim's really-
mailman's making sure those packages are getting delivered.
a gentleman caller.
What a nag, Mamma Mia, he writes. As far as
Harry's in an open relationship. The father is not.
we have our first typo. Sorry, Ed. But he says, my mother wouldn't even get off the couch to change the channel. Where's the editor, by the way? And no one read this. I promise you, no one read this.
I thought Ed did. He sent notes.
Ed missed that. Everyone's running spell check, and because it's coach and not couch, it skips it. And no actual person went through and read it.
Oh, no.
But I did, and I caught it. And it's supposed to be couch, not coach. Man, this sad sack did everything. Washed the floors, do the dishes, all the women's work. It drove me nuts. I said, sounds like he respects his wife. Saw maybe how her dad treated her mother. Like they the dad heard stories of how her childhood was and how that and sees that, and that's why she's married to Vince's dad, because he helps out.
See, that's funny because I had the opposite where my mom did all the housework, but she was a martyr about it and wouldn't let anyone help her, which was really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So it stresses me out to have a partner do housework, because what I grew up with is with that's gonna come just the fucking complaining storm of doing the work. So
if you do you become a martyr about it, or you just
no?
Okay.
But it's funny now that I live on my own. I am so fucking behind. I just don't give a fuck, and that's bad too. So I gotta figure that shit out.
Yeah, everyone goes in cycles like that, where then you're like, okay, let me get my shit together. I've had my limit. God, I wish you guys watched Chair Company. He's at his limit. Larry, do you have any thoughts on the dynamic of the grandfather to daughter to marrying a husband that is very okay, she marries a guy basically the opposite of her dad. And Vince doesn't look up to his dad. He looks up to the grandpa who's like, give me my wine.
What about it?
I'm just asking if you have anything.
I don't know. I'm not looking that deep at Vince's cosmology.
Well, I'm trying to always figure out who Vince and why Vince. Why would Vince? I've never looked at my grandparents like that's the kind of guy I want to be. Never even looked at my parents and was like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sure there are people that go, I aspire to be like my parents. But
There's definitely qualities I admire about.
Now I do.
Yeah.
But as a young person, I didn't.
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, it took me 40 years to reach that point. Almost dying twice. So
I would say, we've talked about it before. I, at a very young age, was like, they're just like people. They're just other people. I was like, okay, all right. Don't attribute anything. Okay. I just happen to be the spawn of this guy who has all his foibles,
Mm-hmm.
So he believes that his dad does all the chores because he just doesn't want to hear her nagging. I mean, and Vince writes, hey, fellas, how many times do we do something to get the wife off our back, huh?
I would usually do things out of love and respect. right?
Vince really lets the cat out of the bag here. Goes, regardless of his lack of chauvinism. Okay, that's nice. I still greatly treasured my dad.
I mean, I definitely have gone along with stuff where I'm like, oh, this is a fucking stupid idea, or this is going to be annoying, or I'm not like,
yeah.
But it's never like, let me get this fucking hag off my back. Like,
yeah, if it bothered you that much, you wouldn't do it.
Here's what's crazy about Russo. He prides chauvinism, weirdly, admits it. He has spent a couple books being like, now that I've read into this book and the other book, being like, I just don't want to be called a racist. He's never written a chapter, don't call me a misogynist. In fact, here's a chapter called Bitch Slap, where I do every cliched stereotype. The women thing is such a blind spot for him, where he just sees nothing wrong. Even recently on his podcast was like, what if there's a storyline where a woman does the Me Too thing and she's lying? He's severely, I want to know who hurt him.
Well, it's odd that like his father wasn't, you know what I mean? Like you'd think that would be like the most,
is it a vicious reaction to that?
Yeah.
That's why we need to find out when he does his super chats. I'll do it. I want to know.
Pay the $5?
Joey Buttafuoco, Amy Fisher. Who's to blame? What he thinks.
You should.
That's like the classic case.
You know what? If you do that,
let me tell you, Long Island Lolita.
If you do that, let's time this out. Let's find the time to be on.
Oh, she knew what she was doing.
I will pay the $5 because there's nowhere near as $150 for an hour, half hour, whatever he quoted us for an interview.
It's probably gone up with his GCW success.
Oh no! If you do that, we'll get on both at the same time, and I will do a super chat for $5. That will be like, Vince, you've written about how your grandfather was a chauvinistic pig, and your father was very weak, and you seem to pride, this is all one like question, you seem to pride that kind of male id. You've also written about not being you do not like being called a racist, but you're okay, no mamby-pamby. Thoughts? Just speak on that.
He won't say anything to
that. Nice try, Wilson Smelson. Thanks for the $5, bro. Now who's the
moderator?
So then he brought up in the second book his dad's softball stuff on Sundays. Remember his mom was like, stop going to softball all the time. He says flat out, look, I swore. This is about his dad. I swore to never grow up like him.
I'm being silly, but 1997, Russo's backstage, and McMahon tells him Sid's playing softball. He's not showing up to the show, and Russo gets the 1,000-yard stare, thinking of his father's softball. I understand.
Hold on. Steve is texting me. He loves the TNA deal, guys. He loves it. He's back. He can't wait. And he wants it to continue. The relationship, of course. So, even though he swore to never grow up like his dad, he's also just like, by the way, my dad just worked hard his whole life. And that he appreciates that. And that one thing he took from his dad was that he also never screwed anybody, which is like, wait, why? Where would your dad have the opportunity to screw somebody? Like in Vince's mind, it's like wrestling politics at the factory, where he's like, I'll get his job. See, in a real job,
Vince is just one of those kind of
work usually outweighs.
And
do you know what I
maybe
mean?
That's offensive, but Don't you know some of those outward personalities who it seems like they're cutting a wrestling promo, like even before Vince got into wrestling?
Mhm.
He was doing stuff like this to his manager at the pizzeria when he was in high school. Right? He was walking out and giving a big speech.
Day and night I slave away. And they're like, slave away? And he's like, that's right. And you're here, I'm here at 6, opening up, getting the dough out of the fridge. That's not how that works. Dough stays in the fridge. Never mind. Talk to my brother who works in a pizza place. So he says again, a real Italian is somebody that doesn't get screwed twice. Just to be clear on all the Italian stereotypes. And then he remembers. He goes, my dad never laid a hand on me until one time his dad used to cherish his lawn. That's what he says. Hey, did you see Danny Aiello on 29th Street? No? Well, if you did, you know what he's talking about. I just thought about Sophie's journal and Charles Bukowski's father.
Doing what now?
They cared about his lawn. Remember Sophie's journal? The dad cares about his lawn.
Which dad?
Big lawn guy. The dad of not Sophie, but the main character that I can't remember her name.
Kathy.
Kathy's dad cared about his
God,
lawn.
he's in it for such a short time. I don't remember that. Okay.
Well, then
Sorry.
of course, remember
That's
Bukowski's dad and Ham on Rye is like measuring. Like when
Okay,
Bukowski
it's
was
been so
like-
long since I read that.
Anyways, that's Vince
Sorry.
Russo's dad, Jim.
Sorry, they were good rereferences. I'm just
So they were playing soccer on the lawn, and his dad runs out with garden shears, the clippers,
Yeah, it's like the barber.
the hedge trimmer, and he stabs the soccer ball,
Normal.
and then Vince is like, "Well, that's Mike's ball," his friend, and then his dad immediately became a wet noodle again, and is like, "I'm sorry." He writes, Jim slumped his shoulders and did what he always did, apologized. He then went quietly back into the house, the grass clippers tucked gently between his legs. I wrote, huh? How do you walk back to the house with hedge between your legs?
I don't know. You'd have to be duck walking.
So he's talking about his dad being a saint. He's a gentle giant. Not so much giant, but he calls him Gentle Jim. Then Vince does his thing, goes, wait a minute, let me back up for a second. Let's see. Or is he talking about his grandfather? No, he's talking about his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was cheap. He would tell the same story from the time he was 5 until 25. When I was a little boy and we had no money, the only thing I got for Christmas was a cowboy suit, and I was happy. Vince's response, what does that have to do with my drum set or my Nintendo or my stereo? This is when I started picking up that Vince is born in 1961. And he always, when he talks about his youth, he acts as if he's in the 80s, which he's then at that point a full-grown adult. And I was like, Nintendo came out in 1985. What? Like, as it is, like, functionally. Then he goes through his mother's nicknames: Terrible Terry, Rin Tin Terry. And then he brings up that his mom would bite. He would do stuff, and she'd put her fist in her mouth and bite her hand. She gets mad. She claimed it was an Italian thing, Vince is logging Italian stereotypes, but I never saw anybody do that. And I was like, am I crazy, or does Robert De Niro in many movies bite his fist when he's mad? Am I insane? He's in New York, and he has an argument with Liza Minnelli, and he's like, oh, He does it in Raging Bull where he wants to bite his face. Oh. He's Russo, are you calling De Niro not Italian? When I heard the bite the fisting, I was like, that's very Italian. His mom's right. You're the one that has the weird Italian stereotypes. And he writes, is that normal? Your mom biting your hand all the time? Her fist, No. The stuff you do. And I was like, by the way, Vince never says what he does. Never really goes any further on that. So he's with Richie.
I don't think anything justifies your mom trying to chomp off your hand.
Well, he says he's with his friend Richie. They were doing something, and she starts screaming. She's saying my blood pressure's going through the roof. She's biting her hands. We're just laughing at her. And then she grabs a belt and just viciously starts whipping them, cornering them in the bedroom. We were laughing so hard we couldn't even feel the pain. One time my dad's mother got really upset, my brother and I, when we were visiting her in Cape Cod. And we didn't go, ha, 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 ha. We were like, whoa, that's what Dad had to deal with? That's crazy. We had the opposite. We got kind of quiet, oh, shit. That's intense. The old, that kind of anger from the old era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't like, ha, ha, that's out of nowhere. We were just horsing around. So then he brings up his grandmother, Anna Savarino. He loved his Nana. She was extremely religious.
I thought he wasn't going to bother us with these details.
No. And then he goes, just picture this. Fruitinator, biting her hand in the kitchen. Grandfather, demanding something in the dining room because he always need to be served on. My father, hiding, watching a game in the den. My older sister, somewhere on the phone, talking to her 6'8" boyfriend, otherwise known as the Goon. Well, that's another story. But then there's Nana, boiling pasta in the kitchen. Homemade sauce. She was Edith Bunker, Aunt Bee, Mother Teresa, and your kindergarten teacher all rolled into one. Little Vinny Jr., or not Vinny Jr., but little Vinny Roo at his grandma's apron going, how do you do it, Grandma? How do you do it, Nana? She used to call him his doll baby onion pie. Am I a little doll baby onion pie? So she must have loved onion pies, which is thinly sliced onions. Probably something from her childhood. Then he just when I was 18, she passed away from a heart attack. It was sudden. And just to be clear, even though everything like that, I described it as like a hellhole, it was the warmest love I've ever known. That's the way it is in an Italian family.
All right.
So what happens with many people when his Nana dies, and so then people, they stop coming over. They were coming over there for dinner. They'd come over to them for dinner. That stops. And his grandpa would just die alone in a nursing home. And then he thinks, just like how Archie couldn't live without Edith. Well, I mean, he did. It's called Archie's Place. It's a whole show about it. Life after Edith. Remember that grandpa that he revered? Well, when he died, I didn't attend the funeral. He just wants to keep that, the pencil-thin mustache. The guy sitting in a recliner demanding food. That's the image he wants. And then it's forgiven Vince, and he comes in to say, when my grandma was about to die, something told me to hang out with them a few days before that. They came over for dinner, and a voice inside me said, stick around, hang out with them. And I did. And then she died. That was God giving me some more time with them. And then he writes, just for a minute, try to visualize a world where we treated each other with love, dignity, respect, honor, forgiveness, and grace.
Shut the fuck up.
Imagine if you tried. All the people living in... Right?
Something like that.
You want to keep going? Yes, it's only 38. Come on now.
Go ahead.
Let's go. Chapter 4. Handsome Jimmy and... Oh, this is it. Let's end on this chapter. Remember this chapter title. Handsome Jimmy and Luscious Johnny. So, now that I've established that I've shared my house... So they all live together. He says that they would visit, but he kind of presents it like they all live together. I've established that I shared my house with a family that was a few partridges short of a family. Ugh.
Okay.
Which not really. He gave his dad stabbed a soccer ball, and then he wouldn't really say what would piss his mom off. And his grandfather was a very demanding, whatever you call it, chauvinist, whatever. He said so, chauvinist. So he says he was raised by the television. So there you go, Fruitinator. And he loved Yogi Bear when he was a kid. But he was not a big fan of Boo Boo. You know Boo Boo with his high-pitched Fran Drescher voice.
Remember
that, Gus?
No.
Yeah, I really don't remember what Boo Boo sounds like.
Boo Boo sounds almost like kind of Droopy Dog, where he's like, "Oh, Yogi, what if Ranger Smith finds out?" But in
Oh,
Vince's
yeah.
mind,
Okay, I got you.
it's more like,
Yogi, why did Ranger Smith find out?
or whatever she did to laugh. He goes, "What, Boo Boo? Why is Vince breaking down the Yogi Bear?" He's like, "You think Yogi Bear cares about Ranger Smith?" This is a sentence. This is why we're doing this. These sentences that come out of these books. This is one sentence. Yogi owned Smith. You gotta respect that.
I kind of respect that he had a tie and no pants.
Even at 5,
Hemingway would have a tear in his eye at the brevity,
Yogi
strength of that sentence.
It's all about that elusive picnic basket. He likes it because you know what? Even then at 5, he's like, this bear sticking it to the authority. But then Yogi got soft.
Uh-oh.
Mamby-pamby. It was a woman bear, Cindy. Then Yogi was all distracted all the time.
The first Jezebel in Vince's life.
Yeah, Vince lost interest. Now it was time for Batman with Adam West. Vince drops one of his, Adam West just flat out got it. Vince likes to throw that. He just got it.
Adam West was constantly being seduced by women.
He's older now. He's 6. And kind of maybe even
I'm
going
guessing he's not an Eartha Kitt fan.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, wait, what does that mean?
Let's see. He's a boy of 6. He's falling head over heel over Julie Newmar and her skin-tight cat suit.
Look, we've all been there.
What male can forget the warm, tingly feeling they first experienced when Newmar pranced onto the TV screen? You remember that? When we saw Newmar? You guys know when you saw Newmar prance onto the TV screen, that warm, tingly feeling you got?
I feel like I have an older frame of reference than people my age should. And I know the original Batman series, but outside of season Romero, I think. I don't really, or Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the other character actors.
I'm
sure she was a good-looking dame, though.
She was. Yeah.
It's the same feeling Vince got when he went to go see the San Francisco Giants play the New York Mets with his dad at Shea Stadium. I wrote a boner.
I
That's what he's
almost got
talking
one
about,
holding
right?
that Frank Thomas bat.
Hey, Newmar, cats won't. She was the cat's meow. And he's writing in Batman coloring books, me and Catwoman, Catwoman and me. And he writes, Julie Newmar, wherever you are, thank you for making a man.
Ugh.
I wrote, wow, that's usually it's Julie Newmar thanking Wong Fu. Thank you. Oh, you know he gets that. To Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Yeah, I wasn't going to acknowledge it.
Come on. He switched it. Anyways, he says, over the years, he had many imaginary relationships with boob tube beauties. Let's take a look, he says, at my top 10 dream fantasy television all chick weekend. Got that? Dream fantasy television all chick weekend.
Okay.
Whatever that means. This sucks, by the way.
Okay.
This didn't
Remember,
get
this is a book about his Christianity and being
Yeah.
saved, and we're
This-
like right out of the gate. We're gooning.
Forgiven Vince, didn't cut this out.
We're gooning.
I'll just let you know right now. The list is a top 10, and it alternates between fictional characters and their actual and the real actresses. I don't know why he swaps in and out, but he does.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Maybe he likes them working under that particular gimmick.
Yeah. Number 1, Pamela Ewing from Dallas. And I put in parentheses Victoria Principal.
Is that her
She's
name?
the whole. She's the whole. Yeah, she's the whole enchilada. Very sexy.
Okay.
Likes the southern accent. Killer body.
Well, I won't
remember-
disagree with that one.
Vince is down in his. Well, I guess he's in the CD warehouse, right?
I know,
This
getting
away
a
from
pony
Amy.
for Dallas. I mean, what
Amy.
the fuck?
Like, how's the book going? Really well. I was staring at the blank page, and then my hot ladies of TV list came to mind, and
Well, you ever
Every-
have that? You're like working on something and you just can't like get it figured out, and then sometimes you just gotta,
Fuck.
bust.
I didn't read this chapter, and before I even looked at it, when you mentioned his life being like a sitcom,
yeah,
I was gonna mention the King of Queens' wife that Russo mentioned.
get ready, baby. Get
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Now remember, this
Yeah.
chapter is called Handsome Jimmy and Luscious Johnny.
The Valiant Brothers.
Number 2, Laura Petrie, again another fictional character, from played by Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And so he's going, hey, watch those reruns on Nickelodeon. Those tight dresses, those
You ever
skirts.
just furiously masturbate to Nick at night?
Yeah. Amy again going, she knows what's going on down there, right? Shorts around his or
God.
jeans, whatever, around his ankles.
He's definitely an under the blanket guy. He's got the Afghan, and he's a
Just in case Amy comes down. Those tight dresses, those skirts showing just enough leg for the time. She was fine. Now, maybe Mary Tyler Moore didn't age gracefully. What?
Yeah.
I think she aged fine.
Yeah, I don't really.
She looked age appropriate, right?
Now he switches to the actress. I don't know if he just couldn't remember the character name or what. Oh, he does, because he goes Doug's wife, Carrie. So number 3 is Leah Remini. Doug's wife, Carrie from King of Queens.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo,
Leah is every husband's fantasy. And he does the New York IAWK. She got the New York thing. Sexy killer body, killer accent. Talks back a little too much for my taste.
Vince, talk to your wife.
This, by the way, is an audiobook, and I'm very tempted to buy it. And it's not read by Vince. And the guy, I think, thinks Vince is from New York, so he puts a little bit of a New York lilt as he reads it. I listened to the preview, and I desperately want to hear him read this. There's no way this guy looked up in the booth and was like, "What the fuck are we? What is this? This is This is filed. It says right here. Here's the filing for this book. 1, Vince Russo. 2, wrestling promoters, United States biography. 3, Christian biography, United States. What? Talks a little too much for my taste, but as long as she knows when to keep her mouth shut, everything will be fine.
You're a piece of shit.
He's had sex with one woman in his whole life.
Hey, he writes in this book about that. 3, including Amy. He claims 3, and he writes about them both. Well, 1 for sure. I know. We'll talk about it. 1 seems kind of like a fantasy. 4, share real. And he read Cher's probably not anyone on anyone's list. But back in her day, by the way, you ever watch the Sonny and Cher show? He just wants to be like, Cher never wore. How should I say it? Undergarments? I don't know. How else would you say it?
How does he know?
He's watching on the lowest resolution possible, being like, I think I see nip.
Okay.
Or did you think I don't think anybody ever watched Sonny Cher and was like, I think I see pussy. Did Cher just have her pussy out? Honey, come look at this.
Come in here.
Honey, I think Cher's showing her pussy again.
She just showed Jermaine Jackson her pussy.
And if you were a young kid at the time, you went to bed thinking about that. Heck, as an adult, I still go to bed thinking about that. Gus, hit me with a poor Amy.
Talk to your wife, please.
He's like in bed being like, I remember when I was a kid and I think I saw a hint of nip. Now, I don't want to spoil it, and we're not going to get to it tonight. But he, at one point in this book, is like, I've never been a guy that thought much about sex. I'm just not built that way. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, who cares? And it's like, you're lying. You're so horned up all the time and repressed. And yet, I think you take it out on your wife. I don't know. I don't know. Something's up.
Just talk to your goddamn... divorce her, you coward.
Barbie Benton. Number 5, real. She was on Hee Haw. Man, those cut-off Daisy Dukes were just something you never forgot. What didn't this woman have? She would have been higher on the list, but it was Hee Haw. Okay. Young Sally Struthers. Not that fat old pig, okay?
God.
The young Sally Struthers from All in the Family that played Gloria Stivic. Short mini skirts, that tight stomach, those 2 giant monster eyes. Wow.
Christian literature. Literature.
Little girl was every little boy's dream. Those were the days.
God.
Now back to fictional. Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie, Barbara Eden. And he liked her when she was in civilian clothes. He didn't even really care for the harem outfit, but those killer legs. Why Major Nelson didn't just move into the bottle with Jeannie and never come out, he'll never know. And another fictional character, Chrissy Snow, Suzanne Summers, and Three's Company. If you don't put Suzanne Summers on your list, you guys got your list, right?
I do.
Sure.
Something's wrong. However, the reason why she ranks only 8th is because the character was just too absent-minded for her own good. I don't think dumb blondes are as appealing to men as some women believe. Food for thought. Back to real Jane Kennedy. She was... Okay, look up Jane Kennedy, Larry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at her.
Okay. She was just a natural beauty. He's 12 or 13. She exemplified that forbidden fruit.
Yeah, what the fuck is he talking about there?
We all know what I'm talking about. Oh, Larry, he writes, we all know what I'm talking about.
What year is it? Is it the 50s?
12 or 13. So 1961, 12 or 13. It's like 1970, what? 4?
52 years. What?
She was just downright dangerous. Now, Larry, why is this cringy? What race is she?
She's not white.
I just wrote in my notes, Jesus Christ.
I'd have to tell my parents she's Sicilian.
Was he just laying flat on the floor? Just what's our son doing again? He's shuffling. 10. Connie Selica. Real.
Boy, I don't even know that one.
Yeah. She was the most beautiful woman to ever hit the small screen. You always looked at her as a lady. You never wanted to do more than just hug her.
I want someone to review my Google searches.
No, dude, when I was going through this, just to look at, I was like, I have the search history right now of a 64-year-old man. You better believe, especially when I typed in, does Vince know that Barbie Benton was in Playboy? Does he know that? Gus, you think he's got honorable mentions?
Of course.
The list is complete without honorable mentions. He just didn't make the cut. But here they are. Susan Day, Lori Partridge, Valerie Bertinelli, Barbara Romano, The Gold Diggers from the Dean Martin's Variety Dancers, Diana Rigg, Emma Peel, The Avengers. Sorry, I was too horny for one list.
Jesus.
He didn't write that. That's what he would never write, I'm horny. I don't want to watch sitcoms with Vince. I wrote poor Amy. So, he's 9. We're still in the chapter about Luscious Johnny or where the fuck, Valiant Jim or... He's 9. He's done with Batman. It's time to seek out a new role model. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Jones. He wanted to be Tom Jones.
Albert Finney?
Tom Jones. Yeah, we watched it. No, the Welsh singer. This man, he says, it was the hippest thing since the footsie. Which, if you don't know what a footsie is, that's the thing where you put the thing on your ankle and you skip over the hoop.
Oh,
okay. Like a skipper.
Can you imagine? He's thinking about. Oh right, I did right. Little Russo, my sweet onion doll baby pie, singing. She's a lady in front of the TV. Whoa, she's a lady. Ladies throwing underwear everywhere. The Fruitinator used to punish me by not letting me watch This Is Tom Jones. That may
Yes, if
seem
you're
gay
pulling
now.
out on the couch.
What about not letting a boy watch Tom Jones? That may seem gay now. You think that's what he's saying, is that mom thought he was gay?
Probably.
But at the time, it was cruel and unusual punishment.
Well, I think he means it may seem gay that he was that into Tom Jones.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gay. I think he's repressed. There's something about power, the power of Tom Jones that intrigued him. Keep in mind that, like, by the 70s, like, what, he's catching on. Maybe there's some hits in the early 70s. By the late 70s, he's on his way out. Like,
yeah,
he's catching the end of this. So it's 1972, because he says early 70s. I was maybe 11, so it's like 1972. He's watching their television set in the guest room. There's no cable yet, so they just pick up a handful of stations. And he sees Handsome Jimmy and Luscious Johnny with Captain Lou Albano. And he's like, whoa. That's awesome. He becomes a wrestling fan. Not a mark, he says, to be clear. That's somebody obsessed with the wrestling business. And wrestlers get highly offended when others in the business refer to them like this. He just was, a dedicated fan, he says. And he recognized it. Even at the young age, he knew this was sports entertainment. Who could believe this was real? He hits it so much harder in that second book where he's like, you all think it's real. It's like, nobody does, Vince. He's back with the friend that got whipped by a belt, Richie. And they loved Big Cat Ernie Ladd so much that they would load their thumbs up, tape them up with pennies, and jam them in the throats of unsuspecting people.
And I did stupid stuff like that in high school.
There you go. And then you go, I guess it was a little marketing after all.
We would do palm strikes, though.
Yeah.
Like Jushin Liger style. Like full blown. Switching classes. If you get your friend walking by, that was a good one.
Through the Mongolian chops.
And that's the end of the chapter where he's just like, I was just a fan. I knew wrestling was the best form of entertainment, one of the best forms of entertainment. And I was like, that's it? There's 5.5 pages of this chapter and 3 are devoted to him being horny? Why not? I look at me. I said, this chapter, let me re-edit it. Let me edit this. Should have been called Teenage Wasteland. Boom. Fixed it for you.
How many years did it take him to write this?
I know. It's so lazy. It's like, here's some notes I wrote in October of 2000. Here's some more scribblings I found from 2001. I'm not writing them again, so we're just going to weave this narrative that I'm flashing back.
Well, I guess
crap
we'll leave it there.
tape.
If you guys want to keep going on chapter 5, the best days of my life, when he goes to college.
I mean, I did want to talk about his John Belushi article because it was so stupid and poorly written. And
that's right. I went into the Indiana State University Digital Archive and was looking at all of his contributions.
And he is writing like himself in this. Like, he even gets self-referential.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've known the author for years, and we know his.
That's why when in the advice column that he brings to the paper, I'm like, this is Vince.
But he's talking about how he can't believe John Belushi did drugs. That's the crux of the article.
This man, whose arms were like pin cushions, that's what they said.
Wait, a comedian is a tragic figure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll put him in the Discord once we.
And I read the movie review of On Golden Pond.
Jane
And
Fonda.
the Jane Fonda, yeah.
Lady. Can you believe it? Jane Fonda looks good now. Yeah. This is a big part of it. That's why
You
he thinks
didn't
that
read the racist coach one. Was it bad?
No, it's Vince where he's like, I talked to this man and he said he wasn't. I took him at his word. Then I talked to the players and they said he was. And I believe them too. It's that wishy-washy Vince thing of like,
Okay.
which is so okay. We'll talk about it again, I'm sure. But when he's just a reporter in those previous things, he's literally just doing the format of like who, what, where, why. Have some quotes, like just boom, 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 boom. It's very dry. It's fine. It's completely acceptable. The minute he takes over as editor, and it's like, wait, how long has this feud been going? Where he's like, the front page thing is about a survey they did for students, and then in the editor section, it's like, thanks for the 17 people that took our survey. What's going on with students, and they don't even care about anything. Also, why isn't the coach playing the black guys? It takes such a
Woke Russo.
He doesn't say black guy, but he says, the players, like, I don't know if I was him, and I'm not saying anything. I don't want to be, a jerk, but it's the same kind of Russo shit of like, I don't want you to not like me, but here's something I have to say. I'm just saying what I think is the truth. Which he also talks about that in this book, which I think he talks about in the second book about, I feel like sometimes when I tell the quote-unquote truth, I'm just giving my opinion, and people think I'm an asshole.
I thought I had more news.
Do you want to do it, or do you want to? Is that too big? That gets in the beginning. We do all the newspaper stuff.
Yeah, no. We'll save that for
Talks about losing his virginity.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah. Tune in next week.
Good. I'll be read up by then, so I'll have notes.
All right. Bye. It's Wilson again. That was fun. I bet it was the best episode ever. You know what you can do to help the workers out? Rate, review, all that good stuff on whatever app you're listening to. Tell us how much you love us. If you want to contact us, it's theworkersclubshow@gmail.com. We got a YouTube, The Workers Club Podcast, a Blue Sky, theworkersclub.org, and we have a Discord where the invite link is left in various places. I'm sure you can find it. That's it. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Bye.
Smile and love each other.